Hello, friend. So lately, I've been thinking about booking a trip for my son and I. He's been talking about how he wants to go to California or New York. And even though I'm very much excited to go on the trip as well, I have to kind of think about what happened the last time I booked the trip for us to go on. A little while ago, I booked the trip for the boy and I to go to Orlando. I believe it was for his seventh birthday. Yes, I booked the trip and I came up with the bright idea that we should take the train because we're right by the metro station. Take the train, it takes you straight to the airport. You get out, there's no hassle, no traffic, none of that. So we booked the train, we packed our stuff, I timed it, and there's an app that tells you exactly when the train is gonna come, when you should head over. This whole time, I'm checking my email, I'm checking my text. There are no messages from the airline saying we've canceled, we've rescheduled, nothing. Okay? We go downstairs, we're walking to the metro, we're happy. All of a sudden, this car pulls up right behind us. And I'm like, who the flip is that? Who? Who is that? This big man comes out of the car wearing a yellow, no, he was wearing an orange shirt with a green looking vest. He comes out, no badge, no nothing, just following me and my son. And he's like, hey, what's your name? What's your name? What's your name? This whole time I'm walking, trying to keep my cool because people be outside doing some crazy stuff. And we're in a metro station. I don't know what's going to happen because I don't know who you are or what you're about to do to the people in the station. So I'm like, let's keep calm. The guy keeps asking me, what's my name? What's my name? We're still walking towards the entrance of the station. I turn around and I say, my name is Portia because now you're following me a little too closely. You're making me uncomfortable. I said, I'm Portia. Then he goes, can I see some ID? Let me see your ID. Can I see some ID? I'm thinking, sir, I don't even know who you are. I'm about to just hand over my ID. So I'm trying to stall, like, what's going on? Is something wrong? Did I do something? Like, what did somebody I know do something? Because if you know, you know, the people from my past, they've been a little, you know. The guy's like, no, I just need to see your ID. So in the midst of me trying to tell him, like, why do you need to see my ID? Like, I need you to tell me why. Next thing I know, a bunch of cars pull up right in front of us. A whole bunch of men looking like him in vests get out and they are heading towards us. They're zooming. So that's when I'm like, oh, okay, he's not about to be one of them crazy people. I need to give him my ID because this is very serious. It feels like a police raid or something. So I then hand over my ID to him. The rest of them join us. They surround us and then they look at my ID and then he shows them that this is my ID and he's like, oh, sorry, we're looking for somebody who fits your description. She's slim like you, she has a kid like you, and she's a fugitive. And we've been looking for her, and you resembled her. That's why we stopped you. You people couldn't have said that the moment you stopped me? You couldn't have said that the moment you started following me, asking me my name? So I'm traumatized. The boy, I'm pretty sure, is traumatized because what in the world? What in the world? And then he goes, yeah, we're U.S. Marshals. We're U.S. Marshals. We're looking for blah, blah, blah. Look, here's a picture. Funny enough, the girl did resemble me, you know. So I was like, okay, it makes sense. But it's still crazy that you people just decided to do all this extra. Like, this was unnecessary. Unnecessary. So I'm praying that we make it to our flight. The train comes, the boy and I continue on to our trip. We get to the train, we get to the airport. When we get to the gate, the lady at the airport tells me, oh, we just closed the gate. Didn't you get our message about how we were postponing the time? We moved the time to an earlier time. So I'm showing her my text, I'm showing her my email. Like, I didn't get any type of notification from you guys that you guys have changed the time. What do you mean you closed the gate? So what are we supposed to do? The girl tells me, oh, there's nothing we can do. You have to reschedule your trip, or you can take a flight to Boston, wait over there for another day or so, and then go to Orlando. So I'm like, this is too much. Already, whatever happened with the US Marshals, it's too much. We're gonna take the train back home. I'm gonna try to talk to the resort we were going to and figure all this thing out. I called the resort. The resort is like, sorry, we can't reschedule. Unfortunately, it's the policy. And it's actually good that you're not coming this week because it's raining the whole weekend. But we can't give you back your money. We just can't. I'm telling them it's not my fault. The U.S. Marshals thought I was stealing a kid, so they stopped me. I missed my. They didn't want to hear it. I called the first airline, I believe American Airlines. The people were like, "Yeah, we can't refund you your money." Blah blah blah. Okay. I called JetBlue. JetBlue, the man on the phone, I was telling him, like, hey, I was stopped by US Marshals. They thought I was a fugitive kidnapping a kid. So they surrounded me and my son. This is why we missed the train. This is why we missed the plane. And then the guy on the phone was like, what? I said, yeah. As I was speaking to the guy on the phone, by that time we were back at the apartment. We were sitting in the front of the apartment while I was talking to him, explaining what had happened. Lo and behold, guess who walks out of the apartment building? The US Marshals that surrounded us, as well as police officers. In the middle of the police officers were the lady and the kid they were looking for. The lady and the kid they were looking for were right in the middle of them. And me and my kid are looking like, what in the world? So I tell the guy on the phone, I said, hold on. They are right here. The marshals are right here. You can talk to them yourself. I hand the phone to the marshal. The marshal explains everything to the man. And the man was like, what? They give me back the phone and he said, honestly, I was gonna go home and tell my wife that I've heard some crazy stories, but this girl called with a crazy story to try to get her money back. But speaking to the marshals confirmed that it wasn't just a crazy story, it was actually a true story. And I'm so sorry for what you've been through. So next time you call for a trip, you need help with anything, let me know. Because I can imagine how traumatized you have been. And I'm like, sir, yes, very much traumatized. Very much. Never been through anything like that in my life before. And it felt like a movie where a whole bunch of men surround you. Oh, what's your name? What's your name? Like, what? And I had to pay 1,000 something for that trip. I didn't even go on. The only thing I got back was my money from JetBlue, which was like $200. That was it. That was it. So not only did I waste the trip, I lost a bunch of money, and we didn't even get to go anywhere. And now that memory is stuck with me and the boy forever. So when I think about booking another trip, I'm like, eh, it freaks me out a little bit. What if they stop me again? What if? What if? But I can't let the what if keep us from living our lives. So I'm going to book another trip. I just need to know where we're going. And next time we're going somewhere, if another person says, let me see your ID, here you go. Here's the ID. Here's the ID. Because what in the world was that? What was that? So yeah, that's how I got stopped by the US Marshals thinking I was a fugitive kidnapping a kid, which never really happened because it wasn't me. It was and the fact that this person was in my building, this crazy building, that's another story for another day. But yeah, that's it. That's my story time. Thank you guys for watching my channel. My name is Portia. If you're new, Portia like the car, just better. Make sure you subscribe for more crazy stories. Make sure you like, make sure you share the video. Make sure you leave a comment. Has anything crazy like that ever happened to you guys before? Because what was that? I will see y'all in my next video. I'm about to go for a walk and grab some coffee. All right, bye.